Welcome everyone back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
This is Sakamoto Days, episode 7. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's go. Seeing like a million photos.
Oh God. Fair point. Oh. Looks like a lot of buns on the ground. Oh.
It's an assassin. Oh.
It's Among Us. Oh no.
Oh, are they like, they're taking for his power maybe?
Oh, maybe. Or trying to, yeah, or because he was a hitman before.
It seems like they're looking for him, not Sakamoto.
It's a bit of a switch up.
And Sakamoto's not gonna be there.
Yeah.
Jurassic bastard. What?
Oh.
Think she's a boy?
Or they're just gonna be like, shit, we already kidnapped her, it's too late.
It's like MK Ultra.
That's interesting.
The driver does not care. Yeah.
Does he have a tracker on her? Or is it in the... Oh,
The name
yeah.
tag.
That's so sick. That's why they always wear theirs out.
Oh my god.
I don't know that you're going back to the lab. What? Those were not... Oh, there's a different one. I was like, those were not in there with her. Sure we didn't die?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna assume because of their suits, they are.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to think too. What? What's this guy gonna look like?
Whoa, he looks cool as shit. He looks like, I don't know, like a Megami kind of, with like more wavy hair.
Oh. Can you read his thoughts though?
Should be
maybe
able
not.
to.
Oh my god, these poor people. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's his bike too.
That's so sick.
いやさすが伝説の殺し屋死ぬかと思ったわああ忘れてました
He looks pretty cool.
ナイフやられたのは痛いっすねミスの反応が止まった奴ら何者だおそらくラボの一員です
They have to go to the lab and then break in there.
ここに乗っ取った場所ですただ変な奴らの前はこんな物騒な感じじゃなかったんですか
Hmm.
なんであれ取り返しに行く
They're just like kind of normal, nice scientists conducting crazy experiments.
ここがラボはこの地下に潜んでいます久しぶりに里帰りと行くかはい
I like that whale.
Mm-hmm.
興味ないんで興味ないんで
Why?
Is he gonna buy one? Oh.
ちょうどいいですね
They really like it.
ラボに通じる秘密の通路がある家族と来よ
That was so good.
田中さんはいそれが例の独身能力の少年ですか
Oh. Tony Chopper?
写真とは違って見えますけど解散に嘘ついていたら殺しちゃいますよ
Boku wa Dokta. Tony Chopper.
That guy's super creepy.
俺本物に心当たりあります
He's right behind us.
その少年を捕まえるのですあの方の期待に応えるために頼りにしてますよ
Is this guy Mahito as well? Like, look at this
Mm-hmm.
stitching.
覚えてるかなこう8時20分に合わせて
Just a gun comes out. Do not touch the museum artifacts.
They probably changed the codes.
昔と変わってる
Well,
You're right. Whoa!
there's. Oh my god.
Damn.
その一通り訓練でやる
In all types of animal combat.
Perfect.
What's phase 2? The T-Rex?
Incredible. It's just a bunch of bones.
交流は初めて
Ooh.
動く恐竜肌に見せた
We want to take this bones alive.
頭部に電子機器がありますこの電気柱なら傷つけずに止められるぞリアルだシン
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What now?
Whoa.
I love that they're still wearing these hats.
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
生け捕りは
Damn.
Fuck you, dinosaur. Eat shit. Standing triumphantly over the bones.
恐竜は動かないからロマンがある。そうですか。
Sick.
なんだおい、クソ科学者どもめ、何サボってやがる。
Who are these guys? We need to take them out.
もう3日も寝ずに働いてるんだ。ああ、おかしい。とんかつ科学者だろ。石川さん、石川さん。こんな研究、成功。こんな研究だと。てめえは今、言っちゃならないことを言った。組織への冒涜とみなす。
That's not a kill.
That's a Robin neck breaking.
Yes.
数名の幹部と防護服の下っ端で構成されている。そんなことが。坂本さん、しらみつぶしにルーを探すとなると戦うことになりそうだな。何言ってる。お前ら早く逃げた方がいい。
No, don't worry about it.
幹部は
Oh, he came to us. Perfect.
But they're gonna kill you all. He doesn't look very nice.
No. I like that they put them in the same thing.
席から何してる。
見たらわかるね。脱獄よ。
お笑いだぜおい。その通り。お嬢さん、やめといた方がいい。
おじさん。誰？
The hell is this guy?
ここの所長の朝倉ってもんだ。俺と脱獄しねえか。
The X.
Okay, drinking blood. Nice.
私も混ぜておくれよ。ボールペン。貸して。
I like the way this guy talks.
嘘つき。
Oh no!
He's gonna like explode out of there in a second.
君だって。みんなボールペン出して。ほら、やっぱり。いい反応だな、おっさん。バカ、なんで出てきたやつに。俺は狭いとこ嫌いなんだよ。
He's like, me either.
お前、
Quit doing that.
私たちの邪魔をするのかい。うるさいよ。これは素晴らしい研究なんだ。
What are they researching?
Whoa.
He's fucking fast.
Did you get him?
Yeah, I think so.
楽しい実験。話がねめたね。
What?
言葉が逆になるスイッチ。頭に埋め込んだ針から流す電流で脳の信号を狂わせるんだよ。
Whoa.
That's creepy.
His head is square.
Damn.
やっとできた。楽しそうだ。昔何があったかは知らない。お前、ここを助けたいか。よし。
He says no?
実家の大掃除といく。
So good. Oh boy.
Oh no.
出たな、験担ぎ。ほんまにスミラは関係あるんかな。内部の情報、いまいち当てにならんしな。
その長者も含めて。
ほな、気取っていこか、おさらぎ。
Whoa, new ending.
This one's so much edgier.
Mm-hmm. It's all about them instead of about Sakamoto and his family. Oh, there's the old man.
Interesting.
I like the old one better.
I like the old one a lot better, but like I think this one's not bad. It's just like it adds a different vibe to it, which is kind of good. But I also just like the other one. It fit with the show really well.
Mm-hmm. I like the song, like the style of it. Mm-hmm. I think I just prefer the other one just subjectively because I think that this goes like the whole J-rock kind of like bluesy kind of almost feels like a like a Cowboy Bebop style.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this OP, like, not that it's not good for this show, but like if it was for like a more serious detective or hitman show, like something that was more this vibe within the show, it would I feel like it could suit so well.
Yeah.
Like they're really capturing the style of that kind of thing, you know? Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Jeez. Yeah, good ending. What'd you think of the episode?
Really interesting episode. It seems like we're kind of setting up like for a two-parter here.
Yeah, like a little ending of the season arc. Like this, there's multiple people to fight and multiple places to go through.
Yeah, and the order is getting more in, and we're getting Shin's backstory, and this like dramatic kidnapping. That the chase with the motorcycle and all like on the highway, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was insane. That was like the craziest. Like all the fight scenes are really over the top and crazy, but that was insane.
Really cool.
That was really fun. I like actually getting sort of a reason as to how Shin has these powers. Like we discussed early on, we're like, oh, does everyone have this? Okay, well, he's not the only one. There's more than one person that has sort of like magical or like supernatural abilities.
Yeah.
But now it seems like the scientific advancements within this world. There's a lot of like mad scientist kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But I do like the twist, kind of like a wholesome twist that he was in this lab and he was a test subject, but he didn't have a terrible life.
Yeah.
He had a really great time with everyone here and really cares about all of them and wants to help them out. It's not very conventional of a way to grow up. But he wasn't, like, being abused and, just living in misery, being poked and prodded by these guys.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like.
The idea that he has a good relationship with, like, the scientists and stuff was not something that I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool.
And this guy is super scary with the deer head.
Yeah.
Like, actually terrifying.
He's pretty goddamn scary.
He's scary with the deer head, and then he takes it off, and then just gets even more scary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And even this guy was super creepy as well. Like, you just hate
very
him immediately.
erratic.
Mm-hmm.
Great episode. I can't wait to see where things go from here.
Mm-hmm. It was really, really good.
Leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you next one, Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye. Welcome, everyone, back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Sakamoto Days, Season 1, Episode 8. We're finally caught back up. And we're in the labs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what happens this time. Leave a like and subscribe. Let's frickin' go. He has like no food. He's giving her all of his food. Oh, he's gonna be their reinforcements.
Oh, good bird. No!
Pay attention.
What part of me being locked up in the dungeon makes you think that?
I just realized, when he got skinny again, did he have his mustache? He didn't have his mustache. He just regrew his mustache.
That's part of it. He has to absorb it to get skinny.
Yeah, he shaved his mustache. It would have been funny to see him all young and skinny looking, but with the mustache. I feel like we were supposed to realize that when it happened, but we did. But I wasn't paying attention, I guess.
今度は何が起こる関係ない。
Oh. You just flex the needle out.
Then I just need to think about punching shit.
Yeah.
Not a new concept.
Exactly. It was his fault.
エスパーの進化。
おじさん、紳士っていうの？
He has a hairpiece.
うん。真の能力って生まれつきじゃないね。
もともと普通のクソガキだった。俺が真の人生を変えちまったんだ。てめえの研究に巻き込んでな。
いく硬くてぐにゃぐにゃがかった。
バカに栄養素はもったいねえ。肉に含まれる。覚えとけクソガキ。
そんなもん食わなくたってジュース飲んだかいいだろ。
なんで俺がガキの終わりなんか。
He looks like his exact same age.
Yeah. Maybe that's part of his scientific research.
I wonder if that's the old man that didn't show up to the meetings.
俺の特製スムージーを。
おっさん、何してんのそれ？
脳の活動限界の拡張の研究。まあ平たく言うと超能力の研究だ。
それ楽しいの？
バカ、こんな楽しいことはねえよ。もうとんでもねえ可能性が開かれるかもしれねえんだぜ。
人類の可能性？
まあつまり幸せにできるかもしれねえってことだ。
Hmm. Hmm. He's so cute.
暇で羨ましいよ。
できもしねえって勝手に決めんな。おっさんはみんなをすっげえ幸せにしようって頑張ってんだ。
Yeah.
なんだこの反応。過去のデータと照合してみねえと。
考えた。
Oh, is he gonna drink the psychic juice? What an idiot!
やったぞ。どうしてんだお前。
何って？
I thought that he was a test subject, but it seems like he's just a kid that, like, he
Just
got
was
told to
here.
take care of and he accidentally got psychic abilities.
まずかったぜ、おっさん。
俺今口に出してたか。
今、並木さんのパンツに。あんが肝だってさ。
Shin, you got a burden that you're gonna have to.
今忙しい。
Aww.
悪いな。
チェー。
Poor guy. Hmm.
待ってろし。俺が元に戻す薬作ってやるから。
いいよ、このままで。
No, he wants to take the power away.
すまねえ。だからね、研究にお前を巻き込んじまって。
研究はくだらなくねえよ。もういいよ。ラボのやつらも新規臭いおっさんなんて知らねえ。
Aw.
それからしばらくしてあいつは出てった。俺はあいつに合わせる顔がねえ。
シンならきっと気にしてないよ。
なんでわかる？
毎日一緒にいるもん。
Hmm.
うちの店長の口だから。
店長？
おじさん、私と一緒もちょうど今、シンと喧嘩中ね。結果くん第11弾。仲直りはその日のうち。
Hmm.
おじさん、ちょっと。
Sakamoto!
なんだかアホらしくなってきた。
こんなんあるならなんでさっさと出なかったね。
ここにいりゃあいつらの研究に協力なあ、ジョーちゃん。あいつ背伸びたから。
I don't know.
I don't know how tall he was before.
Yeah. Was he a freakishly tall child? I'm not sure. I think you killed him.
Of course you didn't. That's against family rule.
I'm so invested in this storyline. Oh.
Whoa.
I love, like, Sakamoto's just such a chill guy, but he still is, like, their boss, so
Yeah.
he'll get pissed at them if they start acting out. It's just kind of a funny, like, thing with him.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, he had needles. Those weren't punches. This guy's fucking kind of badass, honestly.
Yeah, look at it. I love how he did like a one leg, one arm.
He did, he's basically Ivan from, One Piece.
Yeah.
あんまり服を汚すな。力はくだらなくなんとない。それを今から証明してやる。IQ があまりに違うと話が変わるんだね。もう殺そう。右ストレート。
That's sick.
Oh my god.
That was sick. This sounds like JoJo music. I wonder if that's on purpose.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's the leader here?
I mean, like the scientific leader. Because that other guy seemed like the boss.
俺たちは別に気にしてないよ。俺この能力も今いるとこも気に入ってんだ。そうか。坂本さんとこの商店で働かせてもらってんだ。レジ打ちもすげえ早くなったんだね。シンがお世話になっており。しかし引退したとはいえ、あの坂本さんの攻撃を避けられるなんて神です。力は一段と増して。
Oh. Oh, now we're gonna see him reunite with basically his dad. Are you stupid? You walked into him standing over a room with like 100 dead bodies.
Oh.
That was some reflexes there.
Just lands right on top of this guy, could you imagine?
Damn!
Just instant.
お前散らかすから離れなかった。ごめんなさい。いや、別に怒ってるわけちゃうねん。できて正解やって。でもその血からついてた。友達にくすべえお前。
Blaming him for the blood.
人の命を何だと思っているのですか。はあ、むやみに殺してきた人たちはみんな家族やいたかもしれないのに。
Sorry, what? Oh,
Oh. It's not the personality that I was expecting from you.
Not even close. Oh,
Oh.
and he's really good.
Damn.
On X's wishes? He's got an X on his mouth. Oh, shit!
Damn. Oh.
Sakamoto. Oh no. Saka-san. The unspoken riz of Sakamoto. Who wounded him?
Ew.
She's just...
Oh. Invisible?
Invisible man.
バレないのが一番楽なのにやるしかねえかなんだろうなさあ上の命令でやってるだけだ俺はどうなってるんだよあ生け捕りだっけあいや通してもらうぜてめえの小遣い稼ぎに付き合ってる老後までに2000万は貯めときたってな
Look at this. Such a practical
Responsible
person. Yeah.
young man. We love a responsible king.
サクッと終わらそう
Oh!
Oh.
He can hear their thoughts and their direction, but he doesn't know exactly... Or maybe he can't tell direction. I thought he could.
でも早上がりも嫌だから定時までは粘っ
I don't want to leave early either.
こいつ
Oh.
人間か
Holy shit!
crazy.
He's a pacifista.
ほなちょっと別の話あるんで
Great, thanks.
Still talking like they work in the same office.
That's where you're
Don't
wrong.
worry. But this is Sakamoto we're talking about. Shit, Shin, however.
Yeah.
Did Lou bring her fucking drink? She could fight an invisible guy, accidentally kick his ass.
Yeah.
What did he see there?
Shadow?
Does he still cast a shadow? It would make sense.
Oh.
Oh. There you go. Your knife and your body are covered in blood. Did he have a gun? Oh. But the family rule! I guess he's not
He
part of
doesn't-
the
yeah,
family. Oh, free rent. I want to watch that show. God damn it. Good episode.
He doesn't know about family rule is forgivable. Very nice.
Heisuke and Pisuke.
So good.
I really like this invisible dude. He's really cool. Like, they give him a cool design. And I like this guy, without his reindeer head, how he, like, I don't know, he has some kind of weird twisted morals about human life, but also
Like,
he's
you-
experimenting on people, so, like...
Yeah, just an absolute idiot.
Yeah, I don't know how he
Justifies
how he
rationalizes that.
Exactly, yeah. How do those two things mix? However, it's a lot more interesting than I thought. And he's really, I mean, the fact that he's actually formidable and the Order agents were like,
Oh, he's better than we thought.
yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, like it seems like if they one of them might have died against this guy, maybe, or at least got like severely wounded, because there was two of them, so they probably would have been fine.
Yeah.
But they kept throwing shit at him, and he was fine. And then Sakamoto's like actually fighting him. Mm-hmm. To be fair, Sakamoto can't kill people, so he's nerfed in that way. But
yeah.
the fact that they were like, this guy's too much trouble, we're leaving, was that just we can't be fucked, or whatever,
Yeah.
like. He's not really their actual target. Mm-hmm. I love that she just instantly, like, thought he was so cute.
Yeah. He's like, oh, what a nice fluffy
He's like
guy.
a big teddy bear.
That was funny.
She likes dad bods, maybe.
That was really funny. I also really like the fight at the beginning and how they get around it by, like, Sakamoto just swings.
Yeah.
And he doesn't try to hit either one of them necessarily. He's just moving.
Yeah.
And he can dodge.
And as long as Shin can read his mind, which he can, he can at least get out of the way.
That was so sick. Yeah, this
That
guy.
was awesome.
I love it. Oh, also, this guy just makes himself a bigger target. Like, he just makes himself so huge and strong and then just gets absolutely obliterated immediately.
And yeah, he was the research leader. And then the other two dudes that he had were, like, other leaders. So that's just what they're calling, like,
They're,
the leaders. Not necessarily the apex leader, but, like... Yeah. And they put him in charge of, like, finding research to make more psychics or to, like, figure out their other things or do more stuff. We don't really know the whole story around what they were looking for.
Yeah.
But we know that Shin was here. Asakura made the psychic juice, and then Shin went to be a hitman. And then word got around, he had, like, a name, like a call sign of that he was an esper. He's a psychic. So maybe this guy Slur is the X-Man. He like heard about that. Maybe it's just one iron he has in the fire. Maybe he's doing other things.
Yeah.
As well. And that's correct, right? Like they keep saying Slur, and based on what we heard before, Slur is the dude who's killing all the different members of the JAA.
Yeah, it's
with
like,
an X, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I still think it would be crazy if it was Nagumo. Nagumo was just like changing his appearance to look like someone else and then doing all this shit for what reason we don't know, but we know that he was in that room and was like, oh no, I just showed up here, I didn't kill all these guys. What if he literally did and then just like changed his appearance back to himself? You know, that's totally possible. Because they keep setting up Nagumo as like somebody that's present and there, like kind of right under our nose type thing, and helping Sakamoto, or like at least not getting his way and keeping tabs on him. Because obviously Sakamoto's the one person that could reasonably go against like the most powerful people. He's like the guy. He's the One Punch Man, you know. So like he's the Gojo of this world in a certain sense, where he could foil anybody's plan if he took his gloves off. So if I was Nagumo and I was on good terms at one point with Sakamoto, maybe I would keep tabs on him if I'm like trying to take down the JAA or whatever his plans are. I'm getting more interested the more we get in on the whole plot. I didn't think that I was going to. I thought I was really kind of settled into the episodic nature and just like, oh, this assassin, that assassin, Sakamoto's family, it's kind of funny. I kind of felt like that was going to be just the whole story, but we're really getting into more plot stuff and like,
but it still feels like
it doesn't feel like it's taking anything away. You know?
It doesn't feel like, oh, I thought that it was going to be this and now it's this, or oh, I like have to put in so much brain power in it. Like, you know, it's still very casual. It's not like everyone's assassins, everyone's flying around, everyone's trying to kill Sakamoto. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the stakes are already high, but the vibes are, like, still pretty chill, you know?
Yeah, but also...
you're invested.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's also what I wasn't expecting. Because, like, it's hard to get me to do both. Like, be invested and be relaxed. You know? Like, if I'm invested, and I'm thinking about everything that's going on. And I really tried. But, you know, if it's kind of obtuse, then I get kind of tired of it. Kind of quickly. That's kind of how my brain works. Is like I'll invest if like okay, you're making a plot that's like you need to invest your brain power into it. Okay, I'm gonna invest all my brain power in it. I'm gonna hold you to a higher standard and I'm gonna like go for it. But you can't like make me sit around for like whatever, sitting around fucking around type thing. It's harder to do that.
Yeah.
And it's one of the struggles that I've had with like getting into One Piece over the last like 400 episodes. But eventually, you know, with One Piece, you kind of settle into it because you kind of have to. But you know, it's one or the other. It's like I can enjoy, you know, just not thinking about it, slice of life thing, hanging out, fucking around, episodic story. Don't read too much into it. Just enjoy it for what it is. But if you're gonna make it that, then it's hard. Then you know, it's the kind of thing where I'm not gonna expect to actually care about this backstory of Shin and Asakura, but I actually did. So like this show's actually it's hitting a very critical balance with the way that it's telling the story that a lot of shows really aren't, that a lot of series aren't really capable of doing. You know, like it's very difficult. Like, you know, if you think about a lot of your favorite shows, you'll find that like depending on your taste, it's usually one or the other. Like it's very hard to strike that balance of like making the audience care, and maybe this. I guess I'm talking personally, but like you make the audience settle into a sort of episodic, lighthearted, simple nature, and set the expectations for that. And then the idea is then to surprise them with like oh no, this is a big plot. These are deep backstories, and like it's emotional but not overly sentimental and dumb. Like it doesn't feel like it's forcing or like trying to. Oh no, this is something you're supposed to care about. You're supposed to care about about Shin's backstory with this whole thing. But it's actually interesting to find out that he wasn't just a test subject this whole time. He was like someone's kid or like just hanging out in this place, and then became a test subject because he had this thing. I don't know. It's just interesting. It's striking a really good balance, and I find myself, despite being really settled into, okay, the show wants this reaction out of me as a viewer. I'm not gonna, hold it to a crazy high standard, and then it starts to, fold in these plot threads, and every character that comes in, I'm not like exhausted by them. I'm not like, okay, I see their gimmick. I don't care. I really like Heisuke and Pisuke. I really like Asakura here. I really like all the enemies of the Order members.
Yeah,
like
I feel
I'm seeing
like
things
all
that
the
I'm
enemies,
actually
everyone who gets introduced
getting invested in
show.
them, and even this guy.
Yeah, I feel like everyone who gets introduced is really likable, to the point where like half of the villains that we beat, I'm like, oh, I hope that they stay around. I hope that they just come work at the shop, or at least come hang out sometimes,
Yeah.
And I feel like that's hard to do, to make.
And if they're silly and wacky,
characters.
They're not always overly silly and wacky. Like they're not just like a full-on joke. Like I guess we have kind of One Piece brain because that's what we've been really invested in. But like this big wacky Dr. Psycho guy, he still has like kind of an edge to him, like almost like
he's still creepy.
Yeah. And he's like his ability's kind of interesting. Like there's. I don't know. It doesn't feel like I have to I was afraid with the show, and I have been kind of letting it wash over me, and I was not I was settled into the idea that I wasn't gonna have to or that
you weren't going to be as invested.
Yeah, that I could just let it wash over you, not care about every little detail so much, and like. But, I think especially this episode and this, once we're getting into this part, when I think about characters, like a lot of times I watch a show, I'm just like, oh yeah, a few characters were annoying, but I really like this guy at least. Like I can kind of latch onto this person. But in this, I'm like, yeah, every character, I keep thinking they're going to be super annoying, but every character, I'm like, there's something to like about all the characters.
Yeah.
Like, they don't cross that bridge of being like, okay, they were fun for 1 second, and now they're just like repeating the same joke. I want to see more of pretty much everybody, and that's really, really rare for me. Usually, it's the opposite. I'd want to see more of Shin, or I'd want to see more of this person or that person. But there's also a big range. It's not like everybody is this wacky psycho, because we get this guy, the invisible dude, and he's like cool, like he has a cool design, and he's kind of funny, and
he just wants to retire, and he's all about he just wants
he's like
to,
Nanami,
yeah,
kind of,
that's what I was gonna say. Like I'm on the clock. Let's get this done so I can go home.
Yeah, but not too early, because then I have to pick up hours later.
Exactly. I need to finish on time.
Yeah, like I don't know. And then this guy, like he was like. He had the reindeer head, and it was like, okay, like, and then he takes the reindeer head off, and there's like a little bit more to him. I don't know.
And then he goes like a cyborg man, just like for no reason. It's talking about, it's like, damn, that's a intense weapon.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess I'm just pleasantly surprised by the balance of the show, and that it's not, trying to be wacky and then becomes off annoying, or it's not trying to be too edgy and comes off too serious.
And so I feel like we're in enough of the we're 8 episodes in, and I still feel like it's maintaining a really good balance. Like it, not to like trash on Spy Family too much, but with like that show, which I feel like this is just what I wanted out of that.
Yes.
This is
literally.
They're assassins, but like this is assassin family. They are a found family of assassins.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So it is about as close as you could possibly get without it just being the exact same thing. But to me, this is what I want. This is like, it has the action, it has the fun, it has like, there's some mysteries, it's like episodic, there's cute characters, like there's like, you know, the wife that like gets mad, there's everyone's wholesome, there's crazy transformations when he gets skinny, like it just has it all. But with Spy Family, I felt like it started off so strong. I was like, this is the show, this is so fun, this has a good balance.
It was kind of the opposite.
How do you mean?
Keep going.
It just felt like, oh, this is gonna be so fun. This is gonna be fresh. This is gonna be lighthearted, but still like enough going on that I'm invested in the plot. But just as it went on, to me, I know a lot of people still really like it, and I really, really wish that I liked it more. But to me, it just felt repetitive. And then as it went on, there was a few standout moments, like the like principal guy at like the school.
That was like
that.
like episode 4, I think.
Yeah, there was like these like standout moments that I still remember that were still like super funny and super awesome. But as it went on, things just got repetitive. It just became kind of like when the things would escalate and the plot would like go crazy, I wasn't that invested. And when things were just like, oh, these cute, funny slice of life moments, I was still not invested.
Yeah.
And wasn't that content to just hang out, because I wanted a bit more of like the spy and the assassin with the daughter who knows both, you know? I wanted just a little bit more of that, and you know, maybe that was like my bad.
No, I feel the same way.
That, but it felt like a disappointment. But this show already, I feel like it has been so consistent, and the way that has ramped up more of an overarching plot, like at episode 8, we're like getting more into something that's going to be like building. But I imagine we're still going to have some episodic style things, because this also was like, you know, it's kind of like a 2-parter with the last one, potentially like a 3-parter for the next episode when we kind of wrap it up here. But it's like, it just feels so good. It feels so effortless, the way that everything is just happening. It doesn't feel like anything is suffering for the sake of something else.
Yeah.
So it's a nice experience.
The comparison with Spy Family, I think, is good, because I think like this show did the opposite of what Spy Family did, where Spy Family really, it felt like, at least in the anime, I think in the manga too, I imagine, if it was faithful, like this early story really tried to hook you on like an overarching plot, and then it got settled into the formula, or the like the sort of gimmick with Anya knowing what's going on, trying to mediate everything, trying to keep everything good. Lloyd, but then like, to me, just the logic of Lloyd like being an actual doctor as a cover, and like going in and then having to do missions, like the Spy Family as a story did so much to keep its status quo, at least as far as we saw into season 2. And we haven't seen, I think there's at least 1 movie, if not 2 movies, and the season 3 on the way. But it felt like they settled into that overarching plot early for like the first 4 or 5 episodes or whatever it was, and then it was about Anya going to school, you're trying to be a good wife, and trying to not be an assassin, or trying to be an assassin, or like fighting that like tendency or whatever, and then Lloyd going on missions as a spy, which didn't really make any sense, because he's on this like super critical under deep cover mission where he has to like have a family for so much time, but yet his like organization is like calling on him to do like random dog shit spy missions with that other girl. And it just felt like so much of the show, so much of the series was trying to maintain the status quo despite the characters and the world and the nature of the setup, like almost becoming alive and trying to force the series forward. So there had to be like constantly these things that like the story, it felt like it was constantly trying to hold itself back and stay in this moment, because it was such like a cash cow. Whereas like, I feel like so, you know, it felt like it dragged on a lot, despite the fact that it was like a decently high budget show, and you know, it had everything to work for it. Like it had all the makings of like something really, really good, but it felt like it was fighting itself all the time. In this, it's kind of doing the opposite, where it starts off, it's more traditional anime setup, where the episodic stuff comes first, and there's like little tastes of an overarching plot, and then we get the main cast of characters, and then we start naturally folding into a a larger plot. And I feel like it's just working a lot better. It's not trying to fight any kind of progression. We're getting, the more we get, and it just keeps going further, and we keep meeting more characters, and it's not like, it doesn't feel like, oh, the story's about Sakamoto and his family, that's like the main draw, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna have, like, keep this episodic nature of different assassin every week. And they defend the shop, or they do this or that, and it felt like we were gonna keep doing that, like with Heisuke and with Hard Boiled, and like I had that thing even with Hard Boiled. I was like, oh, Boiled is gonna just be the delivery driver. He's gonna like join up somehow, and everybody we're gonna get is gonna like add to this thing, but that can only go on so long. And I think the series knew that, or the author knew that. So then it's like maybe they'll come back, but not everybody's gonna come here and work at the store. You can't just keep doing that, because there's only, like, unless he's literally going to be like a CEO by the end of this, and like super
His store is like
he literally becomes a competing 7-Eleven, and then that becomes the story of like, how does an assassin keep his business, as there's like corporate espionage, and he used to be an assassin, so he can use that might be interesting, but that's not what the story was trying to do. The story isn't trying to fight itself like Spy Family felt like it did for like the first 2 seasons. That's why we dropped it. It just felt like we were constantly, every time anything happened with Anya, it was like, okay, oh, there's that kid at school who's like his dad that she's trying to get close to, so she goes to his house so that Lloyd could like kill his dad or stop this war that's brewing, and more information. And it was like, okay, she's getting closer to the year. Is this class project going to amount to anything? Is she gonna get another star? Is she gonna do? And it just kept like, oh, not this time, but next time, and then it was like it was so over the top with like, the stars are so important. Anya needs to excel at every single thing, and they're like all going in like being the perfect family and stuff like that. And it was so over the top and insane, and it was so funny how like crazy they were like prepared for everything that was going to happen, and like they were just wowing the principal. That's why that was so good, because it was so over the top in a similar way that this show is.
Yeah.
But then once we got past that, it was like Anya was just basically going to a normal school, and anytime any kid acted out, they didn't have a similarly crazy response to like, you're expelled instantly, child, get out of here, or something. Like, they didn't commit to what it was at the beginning, and that's why it felt like Spy Family kind of fell off for us. But and that's something that this show is not doing.
Well, I think the other main thing that this show has in its favor is there's not like, you're not waiting on reveal.
That's true.
That's
true.
The wife knows that he was a hitman. It could have been so easy to just be like, oh, his wife doesn't know he was a hitman, and then half the show is like they're trying to take down these other hitmen without her knowing, and like they are, but not because she doesn't know, because she is like annoyed when he goes hitman mode.
That's true.
So it could have been very easy to do that, which is like the Spy Family thing, where it's like the whole concept is like, this person doesn't know, this person doesn't know, the person in the middle knows. Yeah. So then it's like you have to stay in that like early stage of the story, because once it progresses, someone's gonna know.
And then the whole House of Cards falls apart, because the entire premise is built on that dynamic. Yeah. And
it is a fun dynamic. It just felt like it was getting a little bit stale, whereas this, I feel like
maybe on purpose didn't do that. Yeah.
It just has such a lower chance of sort of fading out, because we're not relying on any one thing. We're relying on the relationships between these people, and they can grow and change. And as we've seen even in this episode, it's like, oh, 2 characters get in a fight, and then one of them gets kidnapped. So then, he goes to rescue her, and then meanwhile she's reflecting with his like kind of foster dad, or his like adoptive dad, that's just like, oh, maybe we could both apologize, because it's family rule number 11, we have to apologize within the same day. And it's like this wholesome moment, and they're gonna reconnect, and Shin's not gonna feel like people don't want to be around him because of his powers, and like it's very wholesome, and then you can believe that their relationship is like stronger after this, and it's really good.
Yeah, this show's good so far, way better than Spy Family, which is kind of a shame, because I wish that this show had the production value that Spy Family had. Not that this show has been like super disappointing, but like, you can kind of tell it's like lower.
I wish this show was more popular, I guess,
fidelity.
too. I feel like
that too. Like, I feel like if it got the animation treatment that Spy Family got, like if it got that level of production, I feel like that's the only thing separating this from that. Genuinely, I feel like it would be just as attractive to like the average watcher. to keep up with if it was just a little bit higher fidelity. But, you know, I still love it.
Yeah, I think it's great. I really, really like this show. I'm glad that we watched it.
Leave a like and subscribe. See you guys next week for more Spy Famu. Or no, not Spy Famu. Sakamoto Famu. I'm cutting that out. Leave a like and subscribe. See you next one, Gorson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.